Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast. Now, unfortunately, it is just me and Mason this week because you know who's not here again.
Jesse.
Mr. Jesse Burley is nowhere to be seen again, so it's just us two this week. So you have to deal with us.
Yep.
Anyway, if you're new around here, make sure you like the video. It helps us the channel a lot. Subscribe if you're not already, and turn on the post notification button so you don't miss any moments or any uploads when they go live. Also follow our socials, is greatly appreciated. We're kind of struggling with our socials, so please, it will make us
Yes, please.
very, very happy. Anyway, let's
Jump straight in. Anyway, first off, we would like to apologise for there not being an episode last week. We had some technical problems. If you saw our Insta, we posted on there. Basically, we made it through the whole podcast with Jesse, and then last 10 minutes, our audio cut out. So, yeah, that's why you have to wait another week for this one. But hopefully, it should be fine this week. So, hopefully, we're back stronger than ever. And again, Jesse's not here, so fuck that guy.
fuck that guy. Anyway, Mason, what's your excuse me? What's your moment of the week this week?
See, I'm torn between two, but the one I'm going to go for, my beloved Liverpool beating Brentford 2-0. Sorry, Jared, but the bigger surprise, Darwin Núñez scoring 2 goals.
And
I know, it's crazy, especially after the skip we did.
Oh, yeah,
But-
after the it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, but it's fine. But yeah, no, nil-all game, it looked like it was going to be that. And then Darwin Núñez, 91st and 93rd minute, scoring 2 goals to give us the win. No one would have thought it would be him, so that's definitely my moment of the week. What's your moment of the week, Carl?
My moment of the week is
I swear to God.
is it was actually going to be what you're thinking about, Mason, but it's not. My moment of the week is Rafinha's performance against Real Madrid. I just kid you not, if Salah didn't exist, he'd win the Ballon d'Or next year. He
Yep.
destroyed Real Madrid in that Super Cup final.
He did.
And
I mean, we'll talk more about that later.
if you see him football, his stats, I mean, Ballon d'Or contender next year if he keeps on going up. But obviously,
Maybe.
there's one front runner. As
Salah.
We
I mean, Salah's dropped off in form recently, though, so
told you
never say never.
I told you
Christmas?
the Christmas post. Yeah,
It didn't at the start, and now it's kind of,
yeah. He shouldn't have posted it.
he never should.
Well, he should stop after going off every single season he's posted it. You guys have gone downhill, so
Yep.
maybe it's a good idea that he stopped posting it. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked, so we're moving on to some. Oh, as you saw last week when we were meant to be doing this podcast, we put up some questions for, a question
Follow-up
poll,
questions.
a poll up for you guys to ask some questions, and we have some interesting ones to say the least.
trying to find 'em.
I can't find them. Oh, there right
I
here.
don't think. Oh, yeah, there they are.
First question is from Mr. Jordan Sebastian. When's your next video? Was meant to be last week. Now it's now.
Yep, so we're recording it. We record every Sunday. It either goes out Sunday night or Monday morning. If Carl
yeah.
edits fast.
Shut up. I edit fast enough. Next question from one of my mates, Max. Jesus Christ. Above or
Should we really answer? Should we even answer this on the pod? Are we even allowed to answer this?
Oh well, fuck it, she'll be right. Above or below 2 inches rock hard, Mason?
Oh, you know what?
Let's be
just
honest.
Go below. Let's go below.
I'm gonna go below. I'm gonna be honest. Nick Davies.
We have a question
Nick
from
Davies.
Nick Davies. Graduated with us. And sorry, Jared, if you're listening to this, because we know you are. He says Cowboys are poo-poo. And Carl and I think we both agree.
Agree. I definitely agree with that one.
Yep, they are poo-poo. And then we have a question from Ethan Vitt.
An actual question.
Yep, this is to me. I know, an actual question. That's weird. He says, Mason, how has your time as a lifeguard influenced your love of sport? Well, basically, Ethan was an old co-worker of mine. I used to be a lifeguard. Never again. Hated it. But pretty much, being a lifeguard didn't really influence my love of sport. I was into sport well before I went into lifeguarding. Obviously, I respect and understand Bondi Rescue a bit more now, and I like that show a lot more. But
After becoming a
yeah,
lifeguard.
yeah, of course. But no, my love of sport started since I was like, I don't know, 10,
Fresh
younger
out,
than that maybe.
fresh out of
Fresh out
the
the womb, yep. So it hasn't affected my life too much, to be honest. I've just lived my life the same way.
They understand. Well, at least, like you say, you understand Bondi Rescue a bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
See what they have to deal with, even though you're more likely to drown somebody than to
100%. I want to
save.
do all the time.
Well, you're more likely to get drowned if you're getting a big islander guy out of the
Oh,
pool.
yep,
That 7 foot islander guy that apparently can't touch the bottom.
yep.
Anyway, moving on now to some football results, starting with the Premier League. So, Mason, this is your thing, so you can take it away with this one.
Okay, so in the past week we had quite a few games. So starting off, we had Brentford and Man City drawing 2-2. Obviously, a good game as a neutral point of view. Man City went 2-0 up, and then Brentford came back to draw 2-2 at the G-Tech, I believe it was. So Jared would be a happy lad there. Obviously, not the result City wanted, especially being 2-0 up. It looked like, oh, they could finally get back into form, and then, well, City did City things and
Choked.
dropped points again, which I think everyone's happy about.
I think City. Ugh, what's going on with them? I did say Siri, fuckwit. City this year. Let's be honest, we've enjoyed this downfall.
But yeah, everyone has.
Well,
Unless you're a City fan,
yeah, apart
everyone's
from,
enjoyed this.
Haaland this game. Wow. Again, ghosted.
Yep,
And Phil Foden actually doing something for once. But
I know.
yeah, Haaland this game was shite. Again.
He's been shot in most games this season.
Yeah, well, he's had a
Apart
few
from his
good...
first 2 hat-tricks at the start of the season, that's been it.
Well, at the start of the season, you would have thought, like, oh, Haaland's just going to score a hat-trick every single game again. Anyway, he's shit now. Well,
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't say shit, but, like,
Not,
at his
at
best.
his best. Not the best that we know he is.
Yeah.
Another game, it must be 2-2, like, week, but Chelsea drew 2-2 to Bournemouth. So, obviously, a crucial result for both teams. Chelsea in a title race. Well, Maresca says they're not. They never were. I think that was their 5th game in a row or 4th game in a row where they dropped points. So, obviously, nowhere near what they need
it's
to be doing. It's
definitely over now.
Yeah, for them, it's between 2 teams, and even that, it might not be between 2 teams anymore. We'll get onto that, but yeah, drawing 2-2 at home to Bournemouth, like, I mean, Bournemouth have taken results away from some teams this year. I believe they beat City, obviously drew with Chelsea, whatnot. Got points against Tottenham United. I think they're sitting in 6th or something, 6th, 7th. Like
I don't know, but they're doing pretty well.
they're pushing for Europe, so it's not like they're like a relegation team. They are actually a good team that can actually fight for points and get results here and there. So, yeah.
Surprise, not overly surprised to be honest, because it is Chelsea. Obviously a disappointing result for Chelsea. You said they weren't ever in a title fight. This is definitely, if they weren't already, then they're definitely dead and rubber.
100%.
Yeah. Do you think they'll struggle to make the top 4, or do you reckon they'll still make the top 4, even when Newcastle's been in some form?
Let me look at the ladder right now.
Because I think they still can make top 4 if they have Cole Palmer and pretty much just been healthy.
I don't know. Newcastle's on pretty good form, apart from one game, which we'll talk about that soon. But as it stands right now, they're 1 point. Yeah, they're 1 point behind Newcastle. So Chelsea are in 5th, Bournemouth are in 6th, but they're tied on points. So
they have a game.
They're
in hand. They have a game in hand. Chelsea.
Yeah, they have a game in hand though, so they definitely can push for top 4. Will they get it? I don't know. They have to start performing, so it's going to be tough for them.
For me, I think the top 3 is potentially the top 3. Forest, Liverpool, and Arsenal are sealed.
Yeah, I think Forest could maybe move down to 4th. I definitely think Champions League.
I doubt it.
Depends on the points though.
I doubt it though.
But they're being a very good team.
Honestly, I think the top 4 could just stay as it is. like in that order
He
as
could
well.
do.
Because
Yeah.
Forest are very good. Newcastle started the season off shite, and
And
then
then now
have
they're
just gone crazy.
until one
One
recent blimp.
one recent thing which we'll get
Pretty
on.
surprising.
But yeah, the top four is going to be a bit of a challenge for Chelsea if they keep on dropping points. So who
Yeah.
knows if Cole Palmer just carries them again like he did last season?
Well, he is injured at the moment.
He's
So,
injured, so that could. Ooh, yeah, that.
yeah. But no, they've got Raheem Sterling.
No, they don't. You doofus. Sterling's in
Ah,
Arsenal.
I mean, he didn't do anything. He
He,
didn't. He
he
didn't do
didn't do
anything at
anything
Chelsea
anyway,
either.
so
He didn't do
doesn't-
anything at Chelsea, so
he's not doing
I
anything.
forgot
At
he's at
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Moving on to another game. West Ham beat Fulham 3-2. Bit of a surprising result when you look at both the teams on the ladder. West Ham with David Moyes there, so again 3-2 win. Bunch of high-scoring games this week, so that would have been a good game as a neutral. Now, my beloved Liverpool, they drew 1-0 with Forest in what was quite an infuriating game for Liverpool. We went behind again, and then, well, some substitution magic made us draw the game. But again, it was a game of what ifs for us, and definitely closed the gap because Arsenal had won their game, which we'll get onto. So yeah, definitely nervous times for us, and at that point we still hadn't won a game in 2025, so definitely not good. But I mean,
Forest.
Forest sitting
good.
at third. They've been out. They've been out kryptonite this year. So they beat us 1-0 at Anfield, and then
Draw.
yeah, 1-0 draw at the City Ground. So pretty huge result for them.
Forest have been very good. Like we weren't expecting much of Forest this season.
No,
Like
we
coming
were
up.
expecting relegation battle again.
Yeah, well, they were last season. They were lucky to stay up, and then this season, I don't think anyone expected.
Nuno.
Yeah, I don't
Nuno
think.
Espirito.
Don't think anyone expected for them to
No.
just clutch up and regain their 1970s form again.
Yeah. But yeah, talking about clutch moments from that game, Arne Slot made a substitution, double substitution, Simicas on and Diego Jota on. Within 22 seconds, with both their first touch, they score. Simicas whips it in from a corner, straight into Jota's head, goal. So 22 seconds that goal took, so that's our fastest goal from a substitute, so that's pretty cool to see.
Everyone's wood was hard when Mark Wood scored early.
Chris Wood, you mean?
Mark Wood. Chris
Mark
Wood.
Wood plays cricket.
Mark Wood plays cricket. I'm an idiot.
Craze Plickett.
Oh, fucking hell, we're retired.
Villa beat Everton 1-0. Not really much to say there. Everton is shit, obviously. New manager and that.
Did you just say...
um,
wait, did you say David Moyes is the West Ham manager before?
Yeah. No, he's Everton. No.
He's Everton now, isn't
He's
he?
Everton, yeah. He's Everton. I don't know who West Ham's manager. It's been a long day, okay? I'm on 4 hours sleep.
I don't even know who the West Ham manager is either.
I don't know, but... Yeah, Villa beat Everton 1-0. Villa, good team. Decent team, so... Not really surprising there. Crystal Palace beat Leicester 2-0.
No.
Again, it's another game that Leicester lose underneath Ruud van Nistelrooy. They won their first game and then haven't won one since, so could he get sacked? We hope not, but I don't know. The way things are going, he needs to avoid relegation, and doesn't look like that's happening at the moment.
they're going back down, I reckon.
Yep, so that's unfortunate for them. Newcastle beat Wolves 3-0, so pretty comfortable victory for Newcastle there at St James's Park, or as Jesse called it,
Striker James Park.
Striker James Park.
We might upload that clip
Fuck
one time.
Jesse, yep. Yeah, pretty comfortable win for Newcastle, not really saying much. At that point, Alexander Isak continued his goal scoring run, extended it to 8 games, so pretty huge for him. He was looking on track to continue it and try to break records, and, well, you'll find out. Now, the game of the previous week was Arsenal vs Spurs, North London derby. Obviously, that can go either way. Arsenal won that one 2-1. So, obviously, a pretty big result for Arsenal, especially considering Liverpool dropped points. They closed the gap to, I don't know, I think 5 or something.
Which is still a
So-
little bit, but
Yeah, because we do have a game in hand, but no, it was a good result for Arsenal. Should one of their goals have counted? I don't know. The ball seemed to be out, but
It's alright.
Arsenal was going to win that
I
game.
think
Tottenham. I don't know what's happening with Ange. We talked in the first episode, which was
2 weeks
like
ago.
2 weeks ago. So sorry, guys.
But yeah, like you said, Edge is, like we said in the first
Under the
episode,
pump.
under the pump. I wouldn't really think so because he apparently wins everything, well, trophies in the second season, which
Carabao Cups is
could,
his only chance.
which could still happen, to be honest. But yeah, I thought, well, going off watching the highlights and listening to everything, Arsenal were the better team and the better team won on the day. The controversy about the goal, they may have scored anyway, but yeah, Arsenal were too good for Tottenham.
Yeah.
And yeah, pressure on the end.
Yeah. Arsenal were always going to win that game, though. Let's be real.
Yeah, they
North London derby at the Emirates. They don't really drop points for that.
No, they don't really. So yeah.
Another result: Brighton beat Ipswich 2-0.
No
Nothing
surprise.
really to talk about there. Man U beat Southampton 3-1. Now we were looking like we were going to get. Well, would we really call it a shock if Man U lose? Not really.
No.
Southampton took the lead and they were up for most of the game until Ahmad
Diallo
scored. Yeah, Ahmad Diallo scored a hat trick. 82nd, 90, and 94th minute to win the game. So obviously, pretty huge for United. Good result to win. Obviously, if we had our special guest, they will be on next week. Don't you worry. You'll find out about that. He could talk about that game a lot more. But yeah, no. Ahmad Diallo, obviously scoring a hat-trick, first career one, I believe, so pretty huge moment for him. But we were so close to greatness. God damn it, Southampton. They didn't even score in that game.
Yeah, I know. They've got
Ugarte scored an own goal.
Ugarte scored an own goal. And then they led
Fucking
for most of the game, and then Man United just go bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
I was full on cheering for Southampton to beat United.
Everyone was.
Because, to be honest, that's a game United will lose.
They lose it in previous years.
They still lose it. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose their next game. And the game after, because that shit.
Yep. Yeah, it's not really clicking for Ruben Amorim yet, so we'll have to see about that one.
It has lately after that Arsenal win, but still not anything special.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the player that Gyökeres joins, then it might be a different story. Then they need a striker because Haaland is not it.
But remember what they said about Haaland? He was like top level striker, although he's not Gyökeres. Let's be real.
Gyökeres is the best. Well, I think in form wise, the best striker with Lewandowski.
Oh, he's got the most goals this last season or last year.
The most informed striker with Lewandowski, I think Gyökeres is.
Yep.
If they sign him, Xerxes gone, Haaland gone. So,
yep.
Yeah.
100%.
If he signs Amorim, will get them clicking, and we'll look at United would be scary. I think
they will be. Moving on to more recent results that happened in the last day or two. So the new, I think, match day 23 or something. I can't be bothered checking, but Bournemouth surprisingly beat Newcastle 4-1. All that talk about how Newcastle are such a good team and whatnot, and then they lost 4-1 at home, which is rare for Newcastle to do at Striker James Park. Fucking hell, Jesse. Yeah, so Bournemouth go there, beat them 4-1. So, pretty comfortable win for Bournemouth, I would say. Obviously, we know where Bournemouth are on the table now, right behind Newcastle. That win puts them, so definitely a team to watch out for, and a right underdog Bournemouth are. And Newcastle, I'd say it was just a blip.
Yeah, I reckon it's just a one-off. I don't think it will determine their season that much because they've been in such good form. I reckon it's just a bit of a slip up.
Yep. Obviously, my moment of the week was Liverpool beating Brentford 2-0. Now, it came thanks to Darwin Núñez, which again, no one would have thought he would have scored, especially in the 90th minute winner. I was watching the game. Jared was watching at the same time. We were messaging each other because obviously he goes for Brentford, and Liverpool, we dominated the whole game. Brentford just couldn't get out of their own half. Every time they cleared it, it always went to us. Now, something that was crazy in that game, let me find out the exact number. In that game, Carl, do you know how many shots Liverpool had?
Like 32.
We had 37 shots,
Fucking hell!
8 of which were on target. So,
Oh.
yeah, we had 37 shots that game, which is the most away in I don't know how long, but
How did you
yes,
guys not
we
win
had.
like 10-0?
But we missed some big chances. Salah missed, Gakpo, Diaz missed some. Obviously, Flecken made some huge saves, but at the end, it just came to Darwin Núñez, surprisingly, to get the winner. So, very big game for Liverpool. It was looking like it was going to be nil-all draw, which would have cost us with Arsenal playing later in the morning, which obviously wouldn't have mattered in the end, but it could have been a game changer. But thankfully, we won, so we did what we had to, and then extended our lead. So finally got our first win in the Prem of the new year. So it's a good monkey off the back. So hopefully we can
Push on.
get going with that one.
Yeah,
Now-
well, Liverpool, let's be real, they're going to win the league, so
I hope so. We should do.
yeah, nothing much to explain there.
Yeah. Other results: Fulham beat Leicester 2-0.
No
Nothing really
surprises.
to talk about
yeah.
there. Just again, Ruud van Nistelrooy again under the pump there. Palace beat West Ham 2-0. So West Ham can't get back-to-back wins. So it's a good result for Palace. They're climbing up there. One of those teams that they just sneak up out of nowhere. I forget they exist half the time. Now, another huge game. Arsenal drew 2-2 with Villa in what was a result Arsenal fans would be disappointed with because they went 2-0 up and could not hold the lead.
Literally what
So,
City did with Brentford.
yep, so these games define your seasons. You look at Liverpool, they come from behind to draw games or win games. Arsenal, you can't be leading from 2 goals and then drop points from there.
Atletico Madrid 2018. Sorry, continue.
We don't talk about that one.
I think
Yeah, that
that's-
was definitely.
For context, I think that was 2020, but that's alright.
Yeah, definitely was.
Continue.
That was definitely a game of what ifs for Arsenal. If they had won, they would have closed the gap back down to 5 points for Liverpool, I think, or 2 points, or however. I don't know, to be honest. The game in hand is throwing everything out the window, but dropping points like that, you can't be doing that if you want to be considered title challengers. Have they choked the league for the 3rd year in a row?
They haven't really choked it because they weren't
Not
first.
choked, but have they? Yeah, they weren't first, but have they bottled and kind of thrown away their title chances?
Not really.
Too early to call yet. Obviously, with our game in hand, we'll have a better idea of that. But if they keep dropping points like that and Liverpool win, it's not going to be easy for them to come back.
To be fair, though, Liverpool are probably too far anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arsenal,
that's
it's
right.
been... They've been still pretty good this season, though. They have dropped a few games
They've
here and
been good.
there. But, like I keep on saying, if Liverpool magically start dropping points, the only team I see beating Liverpool is Arsenal. It was City until they turned to shit.
Yeah, but the next game's at Anfield, so
That'll be interesting.
we never really lose at Anfield. Nottingham Forest.
Atletico Madrid 2020. Sorry, continue.
That's in the past. Anyway, that's all the Prem stuff for now, all the results. So we're going to move on to some La Liga football now. So Carl, what has happened in Syria? Why does that say Syria? What has happened in La Liga in the last 7 days, Carlos?
Well, one, it doesn't say Serie A, it says La Liga on my screen. But anyway, not
No,
much.
it says here, moving on to some La Liga football. So Carl, what happened in Series A in the last 7
It
days?
says La Liga, but whatever. I'll send you a screenshot for proof. Not much has happened on La Liga in terms of the big teams, mainly because they haven't played. But we'll go through them. Atletico beating Osasuna 1-0, no surprises. Real Sociedad actually beating Villarreal, which is a bit of a surprise for me. I thought Villarreal would get it done. Another surprising result. Now, Atletico Madrid beat Osasuna and they also beat Barca. Well, guess what? They just lost to Leganés. No idea how that's happened. From what I've heard, Atletico Madrid absolutely dominated the game. I'm not quite sure. but apparently Atletico Madrid dominated and still somehow lost. Um, that means I think they're going to be level with Real Madrid, and Real Madrid have a game in hand. So we'll see how what
Yeah,
works out.
I think that's what's happened.
Another surprising result in La Liga: Deportivo Alaves, I should say, beating Real Betis 3-1. Another surprising result in La Liga. Did not expect it. Thought Betis would win and win quite comfortably. And then this is game of the week in La Liga: Getafe Barca. Barca dropped points again. They drew 1-1. Now, I don't know about you, but I think Barca, I don't think they can win the league. Like, they beat Real Madrid and all the big teams comfortably, but then it comes to the small teams and they drop points.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Like,
they were so good at the start of the season as well, Barcelona. And then, I don't know, Hansi Flick, I don't know, just something's happened and then... Poof.
I don't get how you can beat Real Madrid 5-2, which we'll get on in the second, and then go ahead and verse Getafe and drop points. It doesn't make any sense. I think that's them done for the title. Jesus Christ, you're about to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's them done. Speaking about the Clasico Spanish Super Cup final, we're going to briefly go into that. Obviously, Barcelona absolutely destroyed Real Madrid 5-2. With goals from Rafinha, Alejandro Balde, Robert Lewandowski, and Mr. Wonderkid himself, Lamine Yamal. Well, Real Madrid, on the other hand, only had 2 goals with a solid run from Mbappe and a lucky free kick, which the keeper should have saved, from Rodrigo. To be honest, I don't know about you, but Barcelona were very unlucky not to win this game by something like crazy, like 10-11 to 12-0, because they were that dominant. And I think partially the reason is because they were so dominant is because they literally shut down all the attackers. Like, they shut down Bellingham, they shut down Vinny, they shut down Rodrigo. The only one they didn't shut down actually is Kylian Mbappe. He was very good for Real Madrid in that game in the losing side. But yeah, no idea how they didn't lose this game, like 10-2, something like that. I was gonna actually ask you, because of this result, do you think Carlo Ancelotti's on the way out?
No, because La Liga, they're probably going to win that, so no chance.
Because if they can't beat, they haven't beaten Barcelona, and
They lost 4-0 and then 5-2.
yeah. So if they can't,
Lost 9-2 in aggregate, which is crazy.
that's flashbacks to like that crazy Barca team with like Andre and Messi, all of that, like when they're that good. Yeah. I personally, I don't think Ancelotti's is gone, but it'll be close to it if we can't get the players up and about, because Real Madrid have been very disappointed this season.
Yes.
Moving on to some Serie A. I won't go through all of them, but I'll go through most of them. First off, Inter being Venezia. I can't fucking say that.
Venezia.
1-0. No surprises. Bologna draw with Roma 2-2. A little bit of surprise.
You mean Bologna?
Bologna, yeah. 2-2. It was an entertaining game, but I kind of thought Rome would win that. Napoli go even further clear top of Serie A with a 2-0 win over Hellas Verona. I think they've upped the gap to Atalanta by like 4 or 5 points, I believe. Let me double check. 6 points. But Inter are currently second, even though they've only played 19 games. I don't know how that's possible. They're 7 points clear of Atalanta, who will be second. Actually, they actually might not be. Inter. No, never mind. My bad. Inter are second. They are still 6 points clear. So, yeah, I think clear for the Serie A there. Monza upset Fiorentina 2-1. That's a bit of a surprise considering how good Fiorentina have been this season. Milan narrowly, and when I mean narrowly beat Como 2-1. I don't want to talk about this game because it's embarrassing. Atalanta drawing with Juventus 1-1. I'm not talking about it. Fuck off. Inter versus Bologna, another 2-2. Roma beating...
Two alls are popular.
Yeah, this week they are actually. Roma beating Genoa 3-1, no surprises. Bologna beating Monza, no surprises. Atalanta...
I bet you talk about this one. Oh, well.
I'm gonna skip that one for now because it's I'm very happy about it. Atalanta playing a thriller with Napoli. Napoli coming out on top 3-2, and this is the game I've been wanting to say because we fucking finally won the game. We beat AC Milan 2-0 at home. Finally, we get a win after fucking how many draws in a row? I don't know. Goals from Emlyn Gula and Timothy Weah sealed the deal. We'll talk about this. I know you don't know a lot about Serie A, but
Nope.
Milan have been disappointed sitting in 8th. Juve obviously having 13 draws. Honestly, I think this could be the start of a comeback for Juve. They could come back and
No,
challenge.
you're not winning the title. No chance.
Hang on, let me finish.
I'm ruling it out now.
Challenge for second place. Because we're not winning the title.
Yeah, can Juve still challenge for the title? No.
No, they can't.
That's Napoli.
No, Napoli have won it easily.
And then Inter will come second.
No, Inter won't. They're terrible this season.
Aren't they second?
They are second, but I think Atalanta or Juve will drop, not drop, jump up above them because the two Milan sides have been disappointing to say the least this season, and Juve obviously has also been disappointing this season, but still undefeated. I'm just gonna say that.
The fact that you're undefeated with 13 draws, this is bringing back flashbacks to the Arsenal Invincible season. They ended with 13 draws, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're the best team ever." You had 13 draws. Shut up.
We're the best Serie A team of all time if we got Invincible.
Yeah, you might go Invincible and finish 8th.
That's what they call it if we go Invincible and finish 8th.
That's going to be so sad.
We just need to, win every single game from now on to be the Arsenal Invincibles. But it's not going to happen. We're going to lose a game at some point. Yeah, I'm happy. We finally won.
About time.
Yeah, moving on to some fixtures. So Mason, get football about because you're going to be reading out the Premier League fixtures for the next
Premier League. It's a bit weird because some teams play twice in this next game week, but
give me a second.
I'm just going to read it out.
Getting my little booster seat.
Little booster seat. So we have Everton at home to Tottenham. Are we saying what we think the score will be or not really? Just a brief outline?
Yeah, just a brief outline. I think,
Tottenham should win that one.
I hope.
We have Man U Brighton. I think that one might end in a draw.
Brighton 1-0.
Ooh, okay. Then we have Forest at the City Ground taking on Southampton. Forest will probably win that one 3-0.
Yeah, I'd say 3-0 as well, Forest.
Southampton not anywhere near where they should be this year, and Forest above where they should be this year, so that's good for them. Then we have Ipswich at whatever their stadium's called, up against Manchester City.
Draw.
Huge game for Ipswich, especially if they can get a result. I do feel like City will get a win, unfortunately, but huge result for Ipswich if they manage to get a win there.
I disagree. I'm going a 2-2 draw.
2-0? Damn. We have Chelsea vs Wolves at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday for us. I'm going to say Chelsea win.
Yeah.
Definitely going to win.
Yeah,
Depends if Palmer plays or not, but I still think they're going to win.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll get the win.
Then we have some double up games coming here, but we have Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest. That'll be a good game. I think Forest will get the win away from home.
Yeah, Forest just though.
Then we have Brighton at home to Everton. Brighton should get the win there.
Yeah, Brighton.
Then we have my Liverpool up against Ipswich.
Liverpool by about seven goals.
We should get the win there. Obviously, that was our first game of the season. Won that one 2-0. I'm expecting a similar performance, especially at Anfield. Southampton, Newcastle at St Mary's. Oh,
Striker Marys.
Striker Mary's, I should say. Newcastle win that quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Then we have Wolves, Arsenal. As much as I hate to say it, Arsenal will bounce back there. They should do.
This is a good game, though. This one, though.
Yeah, this one. Manchester City versus Chelsea. So that's going to be a huge one.
Depending on Cole Palmer, if Cole Palmer plays, I think Chelsea win. But if he doesn't, then I think 1-1 or they'll draw.
Yeah. And that's all the results in the Premier League for up till our next podcasters. So we'll read the next ones on our next episode. So Carl, did you want to run us through La Liga or did you want to do Serie A?
I'll run us through La Liga.
And then I can do Serie A.
You can do Serie A this week. First off, Real Madrid versus Las Palmas on Monday, the 20th of January, 2025. Real Madrid.
What, do you want the specific time as well at 7:34 p.m?
No.
That was local time, like.
Real Madrid, obviously. Osasuna versus Real Vallecano. No idea, to be honest. I'm gonna say a draw.
Yeah.
Valencia versus Real Sociedad would be a good one. And not in terms of Valencia this season. Sociedad. Villarreal versus Mallorca. Villarreal just. Double up here. Las Palmas versus Osasuna. Osasuna just. Mallorca versus Betis. Draw. Atletico Villarreal. Atletico just, I reckon. Sevilla versus Espanyol. Sevilla, I guess. Real Valladolid versus Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid. And finally, to finish off this match day, Rayo Vallecano versus Girona. I'm going to say Girona just.
Okay.
Alright,
okay.
Mason, Serie A.
Serie A. So, as we know, not you, Siri. Okay, the Italian League.
The Italian League, we'll say that instead.
So, as of right now, we do have a game on between Fiorentina and Torino. It is currently 0-0 in the 33rd minute. So, going into the other fixtures that haven't happened yet, we've got Cagliari going up against Lecce. To be honest, I don't know much about Serie A, so I won't put an input on that one.
Calamari.
Sorry, Calamari.
Yeah.
We have Parma against Venezia. Are they both like relegation?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both relegation.
No, Parma's 15th, Venezia's 19th, so
Yeah.
Parma probably should win. Then we got Hellas Verona against Lazio.
Lazio.
Inter at home to Empoli. Inter should win.
I hope not, but Inter.
Then we have Como against Udinese. Como.
Udinese just.
Yeah. Then we have Torino against Calamari, aka Cagliari.
Hate Torino. Yeah, Torino.
Then we got Como again up against Atalanta.
I think we all know who wins that. Atalanta.
Como. Oh, sorry. Then, big game. Napoli against Juventus. Game of the round.
Napoli, unfortunately.
Yeah, Napoli. Didn't you just say, oh, I reckon Juve will go on some sort of run and start getting some wins? You predict they will lose the next game.
I didn't realise they were versing Napoli.
Yep.
Napoli by about 3 goals, I reckon.
Yeah, and that's at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Damn.
Actually, maybe not. They just lost Maradona, Kvaratskhelia, which we'll get into soon.
Well,
So maybe not actually. Actually, I'm feeling a little bit more confident now, but I won't put my input into it until next week.
we got Empoli versus Bologna.
Bologna or Bologna, as you might say.
We got AC Milan versus Parma. Probably AC Milan probably should win.
Going off this season, I don't really know.
And that's all the results up till our next podcast episode. So,
You mean fixtures?
not really much to fixtures. Sorry, not much to talk about there because we don't really. It's a bit hard. We kind of know Prem, but I know Prem more so
Well,
anyway.
I know the other leagues, and you know the Premier League.
Yep.
Moving on, we have some interesting transfers and football news to bring to you guys that's happened in the last 7 days. First off, this is the one I've been wanting to say all week. Ronald Araujo to Juve. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, the deal could be off, but he's been linked with Juve, or heavily linked, I should say. No idea why they would let Araujo go, but even though Pau Kabasi is playing very well, but it'd be a huge signing for Juve if we were able to get him.
Yeah.
Because Bremer is out for the rest of the season with an ACL, which means you've got Gatti and Kalulu as our centre backs, and I won't lie, not that great.
Yeah.
But it'd be a great signing.
It will be. It will be a great signing for Juve. It's the centre back they need, so it'll be tough for Barcelona letting him go if they do let him go, but it'll be a huge signing for Juve. But moving on, we have another transfer that got confirmed this week. Napoli's superstar Kavica Kvaratskhelia, or as Carl calls him, Kava Maradona. He has officially joined PSG, with reports that he was going to join Liverpool, but it has been done. He has officially landed. Here we land. Kvaratskhelia has joined PSG. So, Carl, what are your thoughts on the signing, and how much of an effect will this have on both Napoli and PSG?
Now, I think this will have a huge effect on Napoli. I hope. He's kind of their superstar since Osimhen left. This season, Lukaku's been pretty good for them, so in terms of goal scoring, it won't affect them that much, I don't think. But in terms of that winger, that's why I call him, Keva Maradona, he plays like Maradona, dribbling and shit. It won't affect Napoli too much, I don't think. PSG, huge signing. It will affect him. Well, it won't affect him. It will make them even better than what they already are, even though they're quite shit. They have Barcola on the left at the moment. Keva will definitely start over him. Their striker situation is going to be interesting with Colin Bawani joining Juve. Yeah, I'm sort of on the fence about it because they don't really need another winger, but he will definitely improve them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good signing. It's a good signing at the end of the day. Good business by PSG.
Definitely. I mean, they need that. They don't. Their wingers aren't really that good, to be honest. So
Dembele and Barcola. Barcola, I can see moving to the right wing, and Dembele, he's been good this season, but he's coming to the end of his time at PSG. Wouldn't surprise if he goes to the Saudi League or something.
Yep.
Moving on, the future of Marcus Rashford is being a talking point. A huge talking point lately. Now, there's been reports that he has been linked with Barcelona and Real Madrid. Surprisingly, I don't know how they're going to afford Rashford.
Especially after their whole
Daddy
thing with
Olmo,
Daddy Olmo.
With Napoli and Inter actually also just come up as a thing for Rashford. Now he has been left out the last couple of games from Man United. Where do you think he'll go? Because I don't think he'll go to Barca because they can't afford anyone. So it leaves Napoli, Inter, and Real Madrid. Do you think he should just leave the Premier League and go to like a different league?
I think his time is up in the Prem. I don't think many of the clubs need him or can really afford him. The ones that can afford him, do they need him? Not really. Like, maybe a Chelsea could do with him.
Yeah, but they have
Pedro,
Neto, and Sancho has actually been pretty good for them this year.
Yeah, so they won't need that. I could probably see him going to the Italian league. I'm not saying it because my phone will go off again. So yeah, probably Italian league. Could maybe a particular Bundesliga, maybe.
You know what? I reckon he'd be good at
Leverkusen
or Dortmund because Dortmund just sold Marlon to Villa.
Yeah, Villa. Yeah, that's pretty big.
But I think he definitely needs to go to a different league. I think his time in the Premier League is officially up. It's sad though because you think Marcus Rashford.
He's one of my more fond. Well, favourable Man U players.
He's like what's his face, Martial had such a big future, and
And
it all
then it
just
just
went
hasn't worked.
downhill.
It's just his attitude, I think.
And
Towards
also
things.
United also being completely shit at managing their
Yep.
players.
Ten Hag,
Marino,
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
Mourinho,
Mourinho, yeah, not greatest. Solskjaer, Ralph Rangnick,
somehow
obviously.
somehow got that job.
Mm.
Of those ones, I think Ten Hag's probably the best one, better one,
Yep.
surprisingly. But yeah, he is. His time at since Solskjaer, I reckon's gone down. His time at Man United, so I think he just needs to move out of the Prem, get to a different country, and hopefully he can regain some form. Now, Mason, you're gonna potentially like this news about Elon Musk. Now, you might know a little bit more to it than I do,
Yep,
so
I do.
yeah, take us away. What do you reckon Elon Musk to buy Liverpool, or potentially
Well, that news
dead?
pretty much it's a cold case now. It's dead. Last week there were obviously talks Elon Musk could buy Liverpool. Apparently his father, let's just go John Musk. I don't know his first name. Apparently he said that Elon wanted to buy Liverpool or something. So there was talks about that. And then now this week, nothing. Haven't heard anything about it. I'm pretty sure one thing I've heard is that ain't gonna happen anymore. So you kind of ruled that one out. But would it have been good for Liverpool?
Yes and no,
Yes and no. Like, good having a billionaire take over.
and a few rocket
Then
ships.
also, yeah, football, does he really know much? No, he's just another American that doesn't
Has
really
money.
know much and, yep, has money and will ruin clubs. So, I mean, it can't be much worse than our owners, but I can't really see it, to be honest. I
Yeah.
don't think it would have been good.
Finally, to wrap up some football for this week, Erling Haaland has officially re-signed with Man City for the next 10 seasons. Bloody hell,
Mental.
that is mental. It's like Chelsea.
By the time his contract's up, I will be I will be 30.
Yeah, you'll be 30.
You'll be
I'll
31.
be 31.
Oh my god, if fucking hell.
Yeah, it's a long,
Jesus Christ.
it's a long time.
He's going to be playing against Crawley Town in League 2. He's going to get bobbles. His ball's going to end up in someone's backyard.
um,
Well,
obviously,
there's actually some big news about that, which I might add that on.
Omar Manouche, obviously he's left Frankfurt. Will that impact him because he's not going to start over Haaland unless some miracle and Haaland drops off?
Anyway,
He won't. Do you think it's a good move by City giving that big of a contract?
not that long, no.
Because it screams Chelsea.
Chelsea have done that with all their players recently.
And it's kind
Man
of
City,
smart though because like you give someone that big of a contract, you're paying them off like that thing over time.
yeah.
And the
I saw
FFP.
something like that. He could be on 500 grand a week or something. So,
10 years
plus
of
bonuses.
10 years
plus
of
bonuses.
500k a week.
He could be on 800k a week with bonuses and like sponsorships and whatnot. So,
Fucking hell, that's more than what I earned my
Yes, that's
lifetime
I know.
in 1 week.
But yeah, but I've got some more news coming out of Man City, which going a bit off script here, Carl. Don't know if you've heard about this, but apparently there's been reports that with Man City's court case, their 115 charges,
Mm.
apparently insider information is saying it's only going to be a fine, which is total bullshit. Like, you can't do 115 charges and get a fine, which they're being charged for breaking financial fair play. They are owned by Saudi owners. They have oil money. A fine's not going to do jack shit to them.
There's going to be pocket money. Depending how big the fight is,
It still won't do anything.
it's like pocket money to them, to be honest.
Like, their owners will just...
You know what they should do instead? Just deduct points off Everton.
Yeah, like, they did it last season to Everton and whatnot. Like, let's do it again.
Bro,
But-
they should be in the fucking National League for all the
Yeah.
charges that they...
And they should be playing with hashtag United. But I've seen something like, if if they do get found guilty and is more than a fine, they could have their Premier League title stripped away
Good.
from those years, which I think Liverpool would win another 2 or 3 maybe. So basically, I saw something on TikTok. If it does happen, all the teams that finished second would then win the Premier League, but all those Man City players would get to keep their medals. So the players get to keep their medals, but then they don't have the
So
Premier League season. For that.
is it between like now and like a certain year?
I can't remember the exact years, but I think it's probably back from like 2018 or something. So United would have one. I don't know if Arsenal would have one. I don't know if it goes back that far, like that recent. But I know Liverpool would have a couple.
I know United and
Why not?
Liverpool would have one. I maybe
Don't know about Arsenal. Arsenal might.
I think Arsenal might.
Tottenham might. Tottenham might. Didn't they finish second one year?
No, that's when
No, they
Leicester.
didn't finish second. Yeah, it was when Leicester won.
Yeah, they did. They finished second when Leicester won the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Spurs are still trophyless. Lol.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, 150
Now-
charges are fine.
Yeah.
It's not good enough.
And the fine, like, no, they just get away with
Corruption.
everything, which is
Pure
ridiculous.
corruption.
But anyway, this podcast's gone quite quick, which I think's honestly kind of a good thing. We need shorter podcasts.
Yeah.
But we're going to move into some NRL news and transfers. Again, we know the season hasn't started yet, but we have had some huge topics come up the last week. Starting with, do you want me to say it, Carl? Or do you
Yeah,
want to?
you can read
take
that.
us off?
You can read off
Okay.
these.
So, according to the Daily Telegraph, Ronaldo Mulatalo, Cristiano Ronaldo, please. Ronaldo Mulatalo's management has offered his services, what kind of services, to the Broncos in 2026. Even though he has come out and said he wants to stay at Cronulla and Shark Park, which is a bit weird. But with Sel and Cobbo coming off contract, I think, end of this year,
End of this year, yeah.
it's definitely a huge possibility for him. If he goes, is it a good signing for Brisbane or is it not? And would we do a swap deal, Cobbo to Cronulla, and then take Mulatalo? What are your thoughts? Carl?
Now, I think Ronaldo Mulatalo is better than Cobbo, but Cobbo has more potential than Ronaldo Mulatalo.
And I think with Cobbo, he can play more positions.
Mulatalo,
versatile.
yeah, Mulatalo can play winger and centre. That's about it. Cobbo can play
Where-
wing, centre, fullback,
Inch
bench. He can also play second row if he really needs him
needs,
to.
yeah. So Cobbo has that versatility, which honestly I think Broncos needs a bit of. Like, he wasn't great last season.
Yeah, because
He was playing in the wrong position in Kevy and whatnot. Isn't he playing on the wing this year?
yeah, he has to go back to the wing.
In talks? Yeah, he has to.
I
There's
mean,
been talks about
he
that.
was all right on in centre, but I think wing's his position or fullback.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Ronaldo, Mulatalo is okay. Honestly, they're kind of similar in a way. Like, I'd be okay with. I don't think it's too much of a difference if you get Mulatalo over.
If we're
Cobbo?
going right now, Mulatalo is better than
And he's cheaper.
and he is actually cheaper than Cobbo.
Doesn't it? He'll be like, what,
He'll be under.
500k?
He'll be like
600?
500. He'll be like 500k, where Cobbo's like a mil.
Yeah, which
Is that happening?
ridiculous.
But yeah, this could actually happen. There's a high possibility this could happen. If
I
Cobbo-
did see that, and apparently his family that lives up here as well.
Yeah,
so
Ronaldo Mulatalo is a Queenslander, even though he's played for New Zealand. Yeah, it'd be a good signing. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
If he came to us.
yeah. Staying with Brisbane, Madge Maguire, also known as Michael Maguire, also known as Madge, also known as Yelly Angry Man. He's confirmed that Adam Reynolds is the front runner to remain the captain in 2025. Is this a smart move by Madge, or is it time for someone else to step in, like a Pat Carrigan?
Nah, smart move.
I think we need Renault to stay until he leaves, just because I think he has that leadership. Obviously, won a premiership together at South in 2014.
And then
God, that
bottled
was
one.
so long ago. Yep. And then
Bottle
lost
two,
this one.
bottle two. That actually.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Pat Carrigan is definitely like a
The one
good fast
after.
captain to have onto the field.
He's definitely the one after.
future. He's future Broncos, Queensland, Australia captain, I would say.
Yeah.
But I don't think I do think his time is ready. Like, I definitely think he is ready for captain. But with Renault there, he just has that mind game, and especially being a 7,
Yeah.
he obviously stays for the full 80 minutes when he's not injured. So he plays about 20 minutes.
In
So
other
Pat
words,
Carrigan actually plays longer than him.
yeah. So Pat Carrigan for captain. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but
Carrigan
he
will definitely be the one after Reynolds, though.
after like he's got that good leadership about him, good team leader, and supports the boys. I think with Renault he can see the field a bit more, and obviously being that 7 and that halfback, he obviously has a bit of experience there, being an old fuck like him. But he knows how to read a game. He knows how to manage a game, except when he kicks it out on the full in the 2023 grand final. Does a kick at 10 meters.
We
But
don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. And ghosted that game, but we don't talk about
But-
that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Do you want to bring up the next news?
I'll do this news. Now Dylan Brown has been a big talking point for Parramatta at the start of the preseason. Actually, now he has been linked with every single club, with the Dolphins showing the most interest, I'd say, and they're also the most likely team to meet with him first. Now Dylan Brown has also been linked with Rugby Australia, which has just come out. Saw it on Clarkie's Rugby League column. Dylan Brown, he was alright last year when Moses was out.
Yeah.
But it's been a little bit underwhelming for the last 2 seasons. But Moses has literally carried Parramatta for the last 4 seasons. It'd be a good signing for anyone.
It would be. I think if he leaves Para, that's a huge loss for them. After the transfer window they had, I feel like it might be a huge loss for them. Like,
Especially
he
losing
wasn't
Blaze
great last
Talangi,
season.
Yeah.
yeah, but losing Talangi, which he could have played there. There's not really many 5'8".
I can't.
Sign Anthony Milford. Sign the Milf dog.
At this point, you may as well, because I can't think of any other players that go to Parramatta. Maybe
Yeah,
potentially if he moves Zach Lomax to 5'8", but I don't think that will happen.
No, they've had the best transfer window by far. Them and Dragons.
Yeah, them and St George have been very good in terms
No,
of
I think-
transfers.
If they lose Dylan Brown, I think going to be pretty hard for them. Obviously, Josh will know a bit more about them, but I think Dylan Brown's a player that, especially if Moses gets injured again, which he probably will, Dylan Brown's that player that needs to step up now and lead from the front. So, yeah, if he wants to leave, then obviously he leaves.
Fair
and
enough, Parramatta shit.
other clubs will take him. But if I was Parramatta's coach or even bosses, I would try to keep him.
I do everything I could to keep him. Yeah.
Again, back to the Broncos. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we support the Broncos, so we know a bit about Broncos news. Michael Maguire, Madge Maguire, angry yelly man. He has confirmed that Blake Moser is contention to be the starting 9 and hooker for the Brisbane side in 2025. What are your thoughts on that, Carl?
Yes, finally somebody has the common sense to start
Moser.
Start Blake Moser.
Yep.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Moser is the future, and he should start in 2025.
100%. He is the future. That little headgear
Because every time we went to games last year, every time Blake Moser, I would say when he came on,
he changed the game.
I'd say he changed the spin of the ruck. He changed everything, and I
Like,
was proven right.
And I did always tell you this. I thought he was a bit like off the bench player. Give him his chance to start. We need to start from the front. We need to start early. We need to get 40 points up, and even then I don't feel confident. Even then I won't feel confident. I'm
Especially,
like, please hold on.
we honestly need to score 50 points against someone like Penrith just to confirm a win.
Yeah.
Even then, we might still
Yeah.
win like 52-50.
I know, God, might even lose.
We might even
But
lose.
no, he's definitely going to be our starting 9. But it begs the question, who's going to be our 14? Is it going to be Tyson Smoothie? Is it going to be Corey Pakes? Is he going to finally get a run in this team? Or is it going to be Billy Walters? Is Billy Walters going to have a game now that his coach, now that his dad isn't there? I don't know. We'll have to see. Billy was a decent player, but we've got other players coming through, so
To be
we'll have to
honest,
see.
I think it will be Billy Walters at 14 to start the
I do
season.
think. I am okay with those two.
But I'm more of a fan of Smoothie than Billy Walters.
Yeah, I think Madge will probably swap them out, to be honest, but
I think
Was
Peg.
Billy Walters at Tigers when Madge was there?
Yeah, he was.
So obviously part of that documentary thing. So they have a little bit of experience together.
Um, I'm a big fan of. I was a big fan of Pegs. I remember when he was coming through with Jake Turpin, and people were
Take
saying
Chapin, yeah.
Turpin was the next big thing. Look what's happened
Now
now.
look at him now.
Yeah,
Is he still at Roosters?
I've got no idea where he is, to be honest.
Yeah, not doing much. And Corey Pakes,
He hasn't
I don't
really
know,
got a
hasn't really
chance.
worked out from. He hasn't had not with Kevy, and I mean he played reserve grade, played Q Cup, and that was well, it was probably I think he made team of the season as hooker.
I'm pretty sure he was the best hooker in
The
the.
hooker, yeah. So obviously, again it's Q Cup, but if he has a good preseason, Madge knows more than anyone how to get the best out of players. I'm sure
Angry
he'll
Yellow
definitely
Man.
have a look at. Yep.
Moving on to the next news, the Daily Telegraph is reporting that Kenya, the United States, and South Africa have submitted their bids for the 2030 World Cup. However, all countries are required to have government approval. What are your thoughts? Do you reckon Kenya or South Africa are a chance?
Well, and USA, Kenya. I'm ruling. I don't think they even know what rugby league is or have the facilities for it, and I don't think they'll be able to get government improvement in that time. So I'm going to rule Kenya out. USA, obviously, they got the whole Vegas thing. So if that keeps going with a bang, potentially, again, they don't have rugby league pitches. South Africa probably is the best chance because obviously they have union and they have the pitches that like are required for NRL standards and like same length and whatnot. So South Africa's probably the best chance, and obviously up and coming rugby league team, they at least know what it is, whatnot. So I think if it's gonna be any of those three, it will most likely be South Africa.
USA, depending on the Vegas thing goes.
Yeah, but Kenya, I think we can
Kenya,
both rule
yeah,
out.
Kenya's gone. South Africa and United States. It wouldn't surprise me though if they just cancel all of them and just go England or Australia, but host the
Yeah,
World Cup.
they're or New Zealand or something. Yeah, most
Yeah.
likely. It most likely will be those ones, but
Oh well, it'd be
we'd
good.
like
It'd be good.
nice to
It'd
see
be
it in
good.
South Africa
It'd be
though.
good though to see it in a different country that's like
Yeah.
not rugby league based.
Yeah, and South Africa, they're on the rise, so could be nice to see them
Yeah, it would.
take part and see how well they do.
It would be actually.
Because they do love their rugby, well, their union, because they beat New Zealand quite a bit. They are a pretty good team, so
It might like the
it'll be
league.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, guys, that's it for episode 2. Should have been episode 3. If you enjoyed this one, please make sure you subscribe, like the video, helps out the channel a lot. Turn on the post notifications button so you don't miss any uploads when they go live. And also drop in the
And-
comment sections below what you want
Yeah.
to see. But we do have something in the
And-
works.
we do have something in the works. Little secret, don't tell anyone, but we may have filmed a video today, so not going to say what it is. You'll have to wait for that surprise, but basically, yep, filmed a video, so just give it a watch, give it a like, share it if you want to, please do. And just let us know in the comments of what you think of the video, because it was different to this one, so we always listen to your feedback and we love our fans' comments. But if you want to watch that video, that will be right here. So go give that a click after this one, or yeah, up where Carl, wherever he decides to put it. So give that one a click and a watch after this podcast.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's pretty much it for today.
number 2 done. We'll see you guys in episode 3 next week. See you later.